Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm your host, Siren Frost. In today's video, we'll be doing a deck profile update of Dragonic Overlord. Now, I'm doing this video for two different reasons. One is because it's an update for Toshiki of Team Q4. And it's also another tribute to my good friend Jaden Storm of Team Shadowflame, who actually, this is his favorite deck of all time. Dragonic Overlord is his avatar. And I guess for me, through him, I can learn how to play Dragon Empire and not judge him completely. Because you guys know me, I'm not really a big fan of Dragon Empire as often as you think. But because of Bahr, because she's the only female unit I would play in Dragon Empire and use some of the units, I don't think that would be a problem. And excuse my phone, it's actually just going off like that, so it is what it is. So that's mainly the reason why I'm playing this deck right now, or showing this display of it. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about this build, and if Jaden, if you're watching this, just know this one's for you as well. Okay, so without any further ado, let's start with the ride line. So we're going to start with Lizard Runner Undeux for grade 1. Grade 2, we have Embodiment of Armor Bahr. Grade 2, we have Nehalem. And the main guy and the avatar of Jaden's deck and soul is going to be Dragonic Overlord. So, Dragonic Overlord's main reason in this deck, and he still has his classic ability, Vanguard and Rearguard. During the battle, this unit attacked a Rearguard. Your opponent cannot call cards from their hand to Guardian Circle. Vanguard ability. When this unit attacks hits, Counterblast 1 and discard a card from your hand. Stand this unit and gets drive -1 until the end of turn. So that's why he's in here. And oh, would you just shut up? Sorry guys, my phone's going off like crazy, and so is my notifications. So that's partially why this is getting like a. You're gonna hear a lot of beeping around this video for a second. So, but yeah, that is the usual ride line, and it's very standard for a typical Toshiki deck profile, a typical deck of it. Now, for the main deck itself, we have the rainbow triggers. We'll be using, for heals, we're playing Maiden Rona, 3 copies of Flail Dragon for the 10k boost and the draw trigger power at the same time. This is going to be a huge debate for a lot of people because not many people want to see fronts or draws in their deck. So it's a very big debate in everybody's life. If it were up to me, I would play all 12 crits in this deck and just say, go fuck yourself, pretty much. I know everybody in Luar kind of does. But that's just me, personally. Speaking of criticals, we're playing 4 copies of Burning Flail Dragon. With his skill of being a booster, when at the end of the battle this unit boosted a unit that attacked, you put him to soul and choose one of your other units and gets plus 2k power. And plus the 15k boost, so that's not as bad. And then we're playing 4 copies of Maiden Parama. Let me see if I can get her booty ass in here. There we go. So we're playing 4 of her, and of course we're playing Dragveda for their overtrigger. Now, if overtriggers didn't exist in this game, I probably would be playing 3 draw triggers, so it made just a full 16 ride line right there. But I think the trigger is an essential, especially with this one. Especially at the end of the battle, at the end of turn, or when it gets revealed, you stand your Vanguard again, and if it has 100 million power, it's still a good combo. No matter what anyone says, it's still a good card to have. So that's why this fucker right here is almost close to $35 at the most. And it's like, guys, this is a little too crazy if you ask me. But yeah, so that is why I'm trying out the rainbow version and see if we can find a nice variety of it. Excuse me, guys. Okay, for our grade 1 units, we're playing 4 copies of Gojo. Just because it does belong into the Overlord family with Kai, and it's one of his most trusty allies and units. Then we're playing 4 copies of Stealth Dragon, Fushimachi, Madoka. This is a new unit even I'm still trying to get used to, because his skill is a rear guard and guardian circle ability only. If your opponent's drop has 4 or more cards, this unit gets plus 2,000 power and 5k to the shield. Then, if it has 8 or more cards, it gets additional 5,000 power to the shield. So it all comes down to see how much retiring your opponent's rear guard's going to be, and see what's going to actually happen. Next, we're just playing 4 complete guards, which is Twin Buckler Dragon. You don't really need that many grade 1s in this deck, so that's why I just play 12. You know, I know it's not probably healthier. I know there's a lot better options to do. If I really want to, I can go back to playing the full ride line of the decks and the multiple copies of them, but I just choose to try something completely different outside the norm a wee bit. Sorry guys, I didn't know I was going to start this bad. Shit. Next, for grade 2s, I'm playing 4 copies of Beserk Dragon, because again, it does belong in the Overlord family of the deck itself, and it's an essential for most Overlord decks, as if you ask me, despite the new upgrades. For our final grade 2s, we're only playing 8 in this deck, but we're playing Patrol Dragon Scoutptera. Now, Scoutptera isn't a very unique unit for like the Toshiki family. But this is a unit skill. When this unit is boosted, counterblast 1. Choose one of your opponent's grade 2 or greater rear guards and retire it. And this unit gets 2,000 power at the end of that battle. So if your opponent has a grade 2 unit, just go ahead and retire it with counterblast. So it shouldn't be much of a problem. This deck doesn't really revolve around too much counterblast heaviness, so I think that's why it makes it a little bit more unique for the deck itself. Finally, for our grade 3 lineup, we're playing 3 copies of the main boss himself, Dragonic Overlord. Next, we're playing Penetrate Dragon Tribash. I can always play for this guy if I really wanted to because of his skill. When he's been put into soul after at the end of the battle, attack hits. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and read this. We have plenty of time. When your Vanguard attacks, if your opponent has 2 or less rear guards, put this into your soul. Choose one of your Vanguards, and it gets +1 critical into the end of that battle. So, believe it or not, you guys, Overlord and Tribash are literally a good combination for each other. Because if you have Overlord on the field and Tribash or 3 copies of this guy, I can literally play 4 of this deck, or 4 in this deck if I really wanted to. But I think 3 is enough at the moment. But if Overlord is attacking the second time, he might lose the drive check 1, drive plus minus drive 1, but he'll gain a critical on top of Tribash's skills. So this is a good combination right here alone. But for our last grade 3, we're playing the exclusive Overlord Blitz order, and this is the Wind of the Apocalypse. And the Wind of the Apocalypse is an ability for grade 4 connection, or a set 4 connection, sorry. And this is if your Vanguard is Dragonic Overlord, choose one of your units and it gets plus 20,000 power in the end of that battle. So, technically, if your Overlord is getting attacked by your opponent, you can activate this card. As long as as long as it's on grade 3 on the field, you're good. And if it's an Overlord, you can select a unit that you want to protect, and if it has a strong attack, use this guy. So, that's just me though, personally. I think this is a good combination. We got our drive -1 guy, +1 critical guy, and a 20k booster or a shield until the end of that battle. As long as you have Overlord on the field, it's not going to make any much difference. This is a good little guard combination / critical increase, drive check decrease. It depends on what your versatile you're into. And I know a lot of people love Overlord when they were younger. And most of it was Phantom Blaster Overlord, but you know, everyone can learn to love Overlord again sometime when they feel like it. But yes, I feel like this is a good selection. I feel like this deck is a lot more, deserves a little bit more novelty than it should. But I think the units I used is half Toshikaze, half Kagero, and everyone's having a good fucking time with it. And I'm kind of living for it. I mean, it's kind of spicy for the summer collection, but yeah. So anyways, you guys, that is the conclusion deck profile update video for Toshiki Kai's deck profile of in the overdressed series of Dragonic Overlord. I know the set 5 collection is going to have a lot more support for him and Overlord, or Phantom Blaster Dragon. So we'll see what happens, and we might see some new support for the other nations themselves. But for right now, I'm holding off on Lyrical Monasterio until we get the full collection from Lyrical Booster 2, because it has the draw trigger for them, critical trigger, and the front trigger for all of them, and 2 new ride lines, which I'm going to be very happy to debut and see what happens. So here's the thing, guys. I'm actually not going to do the Eugene deck profile video. It's actually going to be right here in this deck box right here. But unfortunately, since we don't have Barrel Magnus at the moment, he's still getting repaired and restored. I won't be doing that without Eugene. I won't do Eugene without Barrel Magnus. That's just how I am. I try to do 2 deck profiles at a time and, you know, make it feel warmy and comfortable. So you guys can think what you want yourself about that, but this is my own personal opinion. You can be entitled to your own opinion if you really wanted to. But this is not about the deck itself right now. That's going to be waiting until like 1 week or 2 weeks, depending on how long the cards are going to be here and how long it's going to take. But just want to say, you guys, I want to say thank you all for all your love and support. You guys have shown me a lot more support than I usually do and deserve. And thank you guys for being so patient with me. Like, I feel like my channel is starting to grow. I'm already at 238 subscribers. You know, it's starting to become more of a slow increase, but it's starting to become happier for me to know that I'm doing something right. And now that we finally got rid of that pesky Dane, there will be no more problems from here on out, and we can all just go back to being normal card fighters. And this is a shout out to all my fellow card fighters who I've come to know and respect and love the content, and I appreciate your guys' feedback as well. And a special shout out to my friend Jaden Storm. I know he's going through a lot of things right now. He's undergoing some changes, but I want him to know from the bottom of my heart, I will always love him like a brother. He's my fellow card fighter / brother, and I will never forget that at all. I miss our back and forth moments about card fighting ideas, and I'm hoping that you will be okay from here on out, and just know that you're still one of my best friends, and I love you to death. So, from the bottom of my heart, from one card fighter to another, I hope this is a tribute to you, and to know that your Overlord is still with you in your spirit. And I'm always here for you, no matter what. And as for the rest of you, I want to say I love and appreciate each and every one of you for your feedback and your full love and support. Like, this really was, it's a bit of emotional because, you know, I didn't expect this to actually happen, but I'm glad it did. And I hope you all, actually, no, scratch that. I encourage all of you who are, some of you are on a budget. I want you all to know that you guys are very powerful duelists, card fighters, whatever you want to call for. Just know that you guys are awesome. From the bottom of my heart to you, I do love and care about you guys. And your support really does help me out a lot. And this is not a joke. This is not clickbait. This is not this bullshit. This is genuine love and support. And just let you all know, you really do matter to me. And I do try my very best to help and assist card fighters to the best of my abilities. Whether you're on a budget, whether you're a luxury player like me, I'm going to try to be more open to the concept of trying to help a player out to the best of my ability I know how. So anyways, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video very much so. It was amazing to do it. An honor for my friend and an honor for you guys. And I just want to let you all know that you guys stay out there, be safe, make good choices. Don't do anything stupid when I do anything stupid. Just know that you have people in this community that maybe not think the same way you do, but you know what? You're unique in your own way. Just want to let you all know that. And I love you all once again. And I've been your host, Siren Frost, signing out.